Greetings, North Andover. I'm your host, Gabrielle Griffiths, and it's time for the latest edition of your North Andover Journal. After a 2-year hiatus, the North Andover sheep shearing was back at the Common for its 50th anniversary. Although it was a hot one for North Andover with temperatures reaching almost 100 degrees, that didn't stop the North Andover community from attending this tradition.
We are here today at the 50th anniversary of the sheep shearing in North Andover. It's kind of a hot day, and now it's raining a little, which is helping to cool things down. It looks like it may be a passing shower, and we're hoping it will clear up after and continue on with our day. We've had a very good turnout considering how hot the weather has been. All in all, it has been very nice. We have crafters here. We have demonstrations going on of spinning wool, sheep shearing, sheep herding. We also have a blacksmith on site, and there are different things that are going on. So if you walk around, you'll see people doing all different types of demonstrations. Kind of interesting. It's basically based on an agricultural theme. So you're going to see things that have been going on the same way for hundreds of years.
I've been blowing glass for about 20 years. Loving every minute of it. My specialty now is glass blown sheep, and that's why we're here at the Sheep Shearing Festival. By trade, I'm a glass blower, so the fiber part of me is for sport, and I enjoy every minute of that. The wool, once it's shorn off the sheep, then I can get my hands on it and wash it and dye it and prep it and spin it and knit it and crochet it and dye it, and there's so many things that you can do, felting, you know. So I think just the shearing itself is getting my hands on that fresh wool. This is my first time bringing my work to the Sheep Shearing Festival. I've never been here before as a vendor, only as a customer. So this is my first year.
This is about a 20-something sheep shearing in a row, which is a pretty amazing event. I love coming down here and talking to people. It's a lot of fun, and I get to meet people I've photographed over the years. And after 30 years, it's kind of amazing to find people's kids that I photoed them as kids. So the generations, it's pretty cool. And it's all about the town. You know, I love it. What we specialize is family portraits. We do family portraits from small families to large extended families. We do baby photos, high school senior photos, and a lot of business photos too. And so at this event, we talk to a lot of people that say, you know, I've always wanted a family portrait, and so we're gonna get one day. And so I come up with this idea to offer half price off a session fee while you're here. So it kind of makes them, okay, and it never expires, the gift certificate. So many guys come by and go, okay, wait a minute. And they call their wife and they come back, yeah, she said that's a good idea. So this is gonna make us do this. So we've sold a number of them. We just talk, we have balloons. We always go and rent a helium tank and we give out balloons to all the kids. And you see all the kids lighting up and they all want balloons. So that's what we do. And it's a lot of fun. So I'm really glad to be here.
I've been blacksmithing for about 10 years. So started just a backyard blacksmith shop, Wolf Den Forge. I mostly make decorative stuff, so I've got some of my S-hooks, my leaf keychains, and I made this rose right here. The rose is probably my favorite things to make, the more decorative things. I've made a few bigger projects. I've made a gate. So it was kind of an abstract starry night. So I just rolled up the material I used for my roses into spirals for the stars and then cut out a sheet metal into the shape of the mountain and just welded them onto some corrugated metal there to make a nice little gate for my wife. You know, I just absolutely love this. So I had to come out. I actually know the organizers, Jeff and Sharon. They're like family to me. So I want to come out and support them as well. I joined kind of a little later there. Probably got maybe 5 years in, I think. But my favorite moments are just working. I love doing demos. I love talking to people. So that's really what I cherish.
Last month, our 376th annual town meeting took place at the Field House at North Andover High School. There were 29 articles on the warrant, many dealing with yearly town business matters and issues. 2 of these articles dealt with the Royal Crest development, a subject that was hotly debated among many of the 750-plus residents in attendance.
Here we are in the gymnasium of North Andover High School for the 376th town meeting for North Andover, and we're back inside. Moderator DeSalvo is ready to go this evening. We have a lot of articles on the warrant tonight. The hot topic this evening, of course, are the changes to the zoning bylaws and such to accommodate for the Royal Crest development. We're here to talk with some of our citizens and see how they feel either way or why they're here tonight, and let's go do that right now. It's a little different this year. We're inside again.
Yes, we are.
How does that feel? Now, last year you had to do it outside. Now we're inside.
From a dual role of being part of the vote counting system here and emergency management, a little apprehensive. That's why I'm glad the ventilation is working out well, because the COVID numbers are coming up again. But everybody wants to be in. Everybody prefers this to being out on the athletic field. Right. We have an area inside the field house that if you want to be masked, you can sit there and be with other masked people.
Right.
And you can also sit in the cafeteria with masking and social distancing. So we hopefully are.
We've covered our bases. We have it open for everybody.
Exactly.
And
Hopefully we have it covered.
as safe as possible. It's our moderator, Mr. DeSalvo, and I just as a personal, professional, partner here, he does a fantastic job, in my opinion. Thank you so much for doing what you do. Now, what about the warrant itself tonight?
Yeah.
Do you feel it's heavy, light? You think it's going to go quick? What do you think?
The discussion will certainly be weighted around the Royal Crest issues.
Sure.
But you never know what other one pops up.
Sure.
I remember one town meeting where we spent an hour talking about cupcakes. And we
I remember that.
And we spent 15 minutes talking about a $100 million budget.
Right.
So something will resonate with somebody,
Sure.
but we're ready for it. We get to act, however responsibly or not, as a legislature today.
Mm-hmm.
So you walking in this room as a citizen, and after you check in, you are now a legislator.
We're back again here with Ken and Donna, two local North Andover residents here for town meeting tonight. Ken and Donna, what brings you out this evening? Any particular warrant items that are of concern?
Well, yes, but it's town meeting. You got to go to town meeting.
So you're doing your duty tonight, your civic duty?
Well, I think it's an important issue tonight.
Well, right.
So I think we all are here for that.
Now, and are you, not that you have to tell me how you feel, but we're all going to visually see everybody's vote in a minute, but have you decided, or are you here to hear more commentary on it and discussion?
I've decided.
No, I'm still open-minded.
You just vote the way she votes. Just do what she tells you. That's
You can't let that out. I'm not going to admit that, certainly.
okay.
Well, that's not true. But I've read enough, so I feel very confident in my decision.
Good.
So that's why I'm here.
All right, here we are with Chief Gray. We're excited to have him, and he's doing a lot to make sure we're safe and ready to go here for town meeting. Hi, Chief. How we doing?
How we doing?
We're doing good tonight. So tonight we're inside again.
Yep.
Right, a little different than last year, and they keep going back and forth, right?
Yep.
So how do you feel about being back inside and from a policing perspective?
Nice to have the air conditioning on. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Kidding. No, it's good to get back to normal.
It is.
Yeah, so
feels good.
Yep. Just get it done and see how things go tonight.
So you think tonight, obviously, we don't have to talk about the issues, but there's obviously a lot of interest in tonight's town meeting.
Yes.
Does that change how you police tonight or set up with security?
People police themselves when it comes to courtesy and if things get out of line. Obviously, I think just a visible presence here is enough.
Sure.
We've never had to do much more than that. So.
Right. Now this is our 376th town meeting, I'm told. Which one is it for you? How many?
Probably my 30th, maybe.
Wow, 30. It's been around.
Yeah.
Been around. Any memorable moments you want to share? Anything? Your favorite town meeting?
My favorite ones are the ones that are quick.
Agreed. So let's get those warrant items moved up. Let's go.
Thanks.
Thanks, Chief.
If you want to watch the whole town meeting, you can tune in to our GovCam channel, which is Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 26. You can also check it out on our website, which is northandovercam.org, and on our YouTube page. The Body and Brain Yoga hosted a movie night recently at the new Warden Theater here in town. The night kicked off with a self-love presentation with Courtney from Body and Brain Brookline, and the movie that they showed was Love Heals, which focuses on holistic practices.
We're here tonight in North Andover at the Historical Society hosting an event called Love Heals. When people arrive, they'll come into the theater, which is a lovely theater here at the North Andover Historical Society, and we'll do a little introduction, and then one of the center managers from Brookline is here to do a short lecture, experiential lecture, introducing people somewhat to our practice, which is based around their feeling of sense of energy. And then they'll be invited to watch the film, which is about an hour and 20 minutes long. And then after the film, we'll host out here in the lobby, and we'll serve light refreshments, we'll do aura readings. We have videos playing about our YouTube channels, and if people are interested in doing an introductory session, they can sign up for it tonight.
So I'm speaking today about self-love, which is a great component of the movie, and has been a great component of my life. So I have struggled with anxiety and depression from a very young age, and through Body and Brain I've kind of been able to resolve a lot of that. Not that I still don't deal with it, but practicing self-love, practicing meditation has been a way for me to help come back into myself and come into who I can really be, okay with. What I'm working on right now is actually a YouTube channel called Authentically Anxious. So it's kind of me sharing my stories, my real-time awakenings in managing anxiety and depression and emotional intelligence in a holistic way. So using what we call brain education, using mindfulness and things like that. So I share my own meditations, I share my own awakenings, kind of what I'm going through, and I hope to reach many people who maybe struggle from similar issues. So that's Authentically Anxious.
Body and Brain Yoga has been around for over 40 years. The founder, Ilchi Lee, first started in Korea, and he has spent the last 40 years trying to find ways to help humanity to heal. He's written over 40 books, and he's helped to create this film called Love Heals. It's a wonderful documentary about the healing process of 18 different people. And so I feel like there's many little tools or tips provided inside the video that can help other people deal with their healing process. Body and Brain is always trying to reach out into the community. We have 4 studios here in Boston. There's over 100 studios in the United States, but we're always trying to reach further out into the community and find ways to help them heal, irregardless of whether they're a member of the Body and Brain organization. And so this film is a way to do that, to support the healing process of other people.
The annual Memorial Day Parade and ceremony took place on Monday, May 30th. The ceremony began with the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance, and then continued with guest speaker Jeff Clark, who was recently re-elected as post leader for the local VFW Chapter 2104. The weather was perfect for the local commemoration of this solemn day.
Gathered here this morning to kick off North Andover's annual Memorial Day Parade, followed by our observance up at Ridgewood Cemetery. But we celebrate Memorial Day to honor those that have fallen in service to their nation. It is commonly misconstrued with all the other veteran observance days. There is Armed Forces Day, which was last Saturday. I believe it was May 23rd this year. And that's where we honor all those actively serving in our armed forces. Memorial Day, as mentioned, is for those that have fallen in service of their nation. And then in November, we celebrate Veterans Day, and that honors all those that have served. So today's observance is going to start in the traditional manner. We'll start with the national anthem, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance led by our North Andover Scout troops. We have a guest speaker, and our guest speaker this year is Jeff Clark. Jeff Clark was just newly elected as the new post commander of the North Andover VFW Post 2104. So this is kind of going to serve as an inaugural kickoff platform speech for Jeff as he takes over his VFW commander.
You can watch the full Memorial Day ceremony on our GovCam channel, which is Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon 26. Here at the Journal, we are always on the lookout for a great North Andover news story or even a fresh new idea for a show feature or segment. So if you have any exciting news or ideas, please let us know by emailing me at the link below. We want to take a moment to shout out our sponsors that air the Journal every day. So if you ever find yourself hungry for a great meal, visit any of these locations and watch the Journal on their TVs as you enjoy some fine, local North Andover food. Thanks again for joining us, and from all of us here at the Journal, I'm your host, Gabby Griffiths, and thanks for watching.